Hi! In today's video, we are talking about the fear of poverty. Are you feeling sometimes fear of poverty? Are you feeling sometimes this deep fear of not having money enough and to become really, really poor? That was what I was connecting to a specific moment in my life. This is what I love to share with you. Welcome to today's video. And I guess many people, they have the fear of becoming poor or being poor. And it's one of the 6 basic fears that we as humans experience. Now let me tell you first what the basic fears are and why I chose the money fear, the fear of being poor, to talk about. Stay tuned. So do you know this book, Think and Grow Rich? Okay, good. Napoleon Hill, he interviewed more than 500 people, I guess thousands of people, over a period of 28 years, okay? And he interviewed them how they were able to set in their life a wealth abundance that goes beyond anything they ever could imagine. And all of the habits of these people, he puts together in one book. And in 1937, this book was published, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill, and he changed so many lives by sharing this knowledge. So in this book, Napoleon Hill, he talks about 6 basic forms of fear. The 6 basic fears. 1, fear of poverty. 2, fear of criticism. 3, the fear of loss of love of someone. 4, the fear of old age. 5, fear of death. Today, we are talking about the fear of poverty. And what is fear actually? Fear comes down to lack. Having anxiety that something might happen to us. And I'm going to read what I have been marking. If you demand riches, determine what form and how much will be required to satisfy you. You know the road that leads to riches. You have been given a roadmap which, if followed, will keep you on that road. If you neglect to make a start or stop before you arrive, no one will be to blame but you. This responsibility is yours. No alibi will save you from accepting the responsibility if you now fail or refuse to demand riches of life. The acceptance calls for but one thing, the only thing you can control, and that is a state of mind. A state of mind is something that one assumes. It is something that one assumes. It cannot be purchased, it must be created. Fear of poverty is a state of mind, nothing else. And let me see. This fear paralyzes the faculty of reason, destroys the faculty of imagination, kills off self-reliance, undermines enthusiasm, discourages initiative, leads to uncertainty of purpose, encourages procrastination, wipes out enthusiasm, and makes self-control an impossibility. And he goes on. So why do I share this with you today? Today I share this with you because I want to talk with you about fear of poverty. Is it okay that I share a story, a personal story that I have been experiencing myself, a specific moment in my life, and how I have changed it into a different state? All right, thank you. So right now I'm actually filing my taxes for the year 2022. It's the end of 2023, and going back to my expenses and income in 2022 and how I approach it now and how it was 4 or 5 years ago, there's a big difference. Because right now I feel confident doing so. I feel confident watching, analyzing, listing, making sure that everything is counted and stated and listed, and where it comes from and what I was doing. And I know a few years ago that was totally something different. In 2019, when I were to think of owning my money game, so to speak, the first thing that hit me was that I became extremely emotional. The thought alone started to make me cry. There came a lot of sadness with it. And is it okay if I go back one more step to share with you a bit of a context so you can understand? All right, thank you. So in 2013, we moved to Switzerland, and I decided to step a step back from having a job in the corporate world and not focusing on my career anymore, because I was working 80 hours a week, and we were having young children. We started a new family. We had the third child was on the way, and I decided, okay, this is important. I take a step back. One moment in my life, my ex-partner, my ex-husband and I, we decided to divorce. And before I was able to come to that conclusion that that was the best situation for me and for us, actually, on the long term, I had this tremendous fear of becoming poor, because at a specific moment in my life, I decided to put my career aside and really take the care of our children front and center. Also the integration of the family. We moved to Switzerland, so the integration of the family in this new culture, in this new country, I took at heart, and we integrated. And for those of you who already have this experience of moving to another country, you know that the safety net that you have built around you through the whole years that you were living in your original country is not there yet. And so the family is not there, and the friends this friendship you are creating. So when the children are small, the safety net was not there, so it was all upon my shoulders, and of course that came with a lot of work. And I loved to be there for my family, because I before have been working 80 hours a week, so I knew that this was totally another level. This was a very conscious choice to take that care at such a level that I was able to be present with my children when they were small. So because this was very convenient, going to another country that is rather conservative, as Switzerland is, then you fall into this pattern of, okay, so the one who is creating the income takes care of the financial provision. So because you are focused on you are the caregiver of the family, your focus is somewhere else. And I knew that if we were to divorce, or that would be the conclusion of the decision, that fear I had to address. So in the beginning, when it came to money, I got very emotional. I didn't know how to log into the account, because also the financial institute, they were having changes to make their connection on the internet more secure. So it came with new steps, and those new steps were all very unfamiliar to me. And it added to the fear that this could be too complex. And it added to the feeling of overwhelm that I already had when it came to finances. My schedule was so full of taking care of the family, and also learning how to be an entrepreneur, because I decided to be a visual artist and to show up and getting skilled. And the whole combination needed a lot of my focus. Just the fact thinking that I was in charge of my finances solely and arranging everything and setting everything up, that really struck. I felt it here in my throat, and I felt like a big weight on my heart. Perhaps you can relate to that as well, right? How many people stay in a relationship because they perceive that they will be poor without it? I knew for me this wouldn't be a reason to stay with a person, okay? So I had to learn to overcome it. There's many people who decide not to overcome it and just keep it at that and seeing themselves as a victim because they cannot change it. Well, if you're in the situation and you were thinking about it before, know that you're able to change it. Definitely. It's actually your responsibility. So I knew I had to change that, and I had to overcome that fear. So right now, back to today, I am filing my taxes for the year 22, and there's a huge difference how I approach my finances right now or how I was able to approach it 4 years ago, and understand that this is a lifelong process. So if you think, okay, I will focus upon it and I work about it, that it's going to change and it's done. Okay, let me explain to you. You have to see a paradigm as an onion. So when you peel it, that's actually every time a layer that you take off of the onion, and see the layer as more awareness. You get clarity. You get clarity. It uncovers. You see it. You see it differently, and you're able to notice it and to address it and transform it. So after peeling and peeling and peeling, I thought, okay, this is it. I've been working it, and that's good. That's good. All of a sudden, things happen, and boom! Can you relate to the same happening? You have been working patterns, breaking patterns, moving forward. You thought, hey, this is going well. All of a sudden, a thing happens in your life, and boom! You understand that, wow, there's more deeper to address than I thought was necessary, right? Yeah, and it happens on the level of relationships, money, health, purpose. It can happen on any level. So know that once you start to work your money game, okay, it comes with many levels of understanding where you are at and how you can change your perception. So let me share one of the perception changes that I took for me. So when there's a bill coming in, I told myself, hey, I'm grateful that I'm able to show up to that bill. I'm grateful that the universe thinks highly of me, that I'm able to pay for this. And yes, this is an energy exchange, because I am happy to pay for the service that I received from this person or from this firm. I'm extremely grateful that they take care so well of me, and that I can give them my money in exchange as my thank you. I'm grateful for them helping me to have this abundance in my life. So also when new bills come in, and also when you pay, okay? When you pay, you say like, hey, thank you for all the money that's been given to me throughout all my life, and that I'm able to pay this bill. I'm actually very grateful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so with this comes more confidence. With this comes more comfort and ease, and knowing that you always come up with a solution. And know that there's many, many layers when it comes to the money paradigm. So this video is to help you receive this awareness that you have this and you've got this. And it's a matter of perception and direction, how you're able to change your money mindset effectively. Because do you understand that there's a big gap between understanding and transforming because of blind spots? You may think you understand something and woohoo, there's a whole layer that opens up beneath it. So it's really important to go to the roots, to go to the root of the problem, all right? And all of a sudden there's another experience that came up, and then you address it again. And you move forward with grace, and you implement it and integrate it in what you already know. So this video is for you to tell you that if you have fear of poverty, you can work it, right? It's just a victim mindset. And as Napoleon Hill stated it, it's a perception problem. It's actually not true. It's not real. It is imagined. And it is a state of lack that allows you to show up in a minor way instead of what is possible when you change it, okay? And I'm so grateful that I have been on this journey and that I was able to integrate this in my life. And this is what I want for you as well. And know the journey is ongoing. The journey is ongoing. And isn't that very beautiful? So we can stay humble. All right? And we can stay compassionate for ourselves and show up with self-love and self-care. And wow, I get to learn this. And wow, how diverse this world is, how abundant this world is. It's marvelous how abundant this world is. And once you understand it, it comes down to ingraining it so deep that you breathe abundance. And one other thing, know that if you grew up with a family that showed you what abundance is, on many, many levels, it doesn't have to be money alone. Yet, I'm referring to the money right now. And you might have been grown up with a lot of abundance in your life. Then again, perhaps those people were showing you that they had this fear of, now I'm worried. I have doubts and worries and fears that I might lose it. Might lose it, not become poor, but might lose it. And how do I have to go with that? So there's this energy of lack that a lot of wealthy people are experiencing because they have this feeling inside of them, this yearning, this feeling of lack that addresses something in them that is not aligned fully with the full abundance. So, see, there's always work to do, there's always direction to receive, there's always moving forward into a better version of yourself so you can contribute even more to the abundance in the world and help people and invest your money where you can make a difference. This is why it's important to make you skilled so you're able to have a bigger impact and a bigger change into the world. And it all starts with you. All right, that's the share for today. If you like this video and if you learned something, then give it a thumbs up. And there's a bell sign, by the way. Click it so you are able to receive a notification every time a new video comes out. Share this with friends and family of which you know, hey, you need to hear this. This is going to help you as it did for me. All right? My name is Siege Nagels, and I am very excited to get you very clear on your soul skalen and how you can live your freedom. And in the process of doing so, you become your true self. If you already live in a life that is aligned with how your heart feels, then know these paradigms are operating on many deep levels, and know that you, with guidance and direction, can gear on those blind spots so you become extremely effective at what it is that you do and that you achieve in your life. Talk to you very soon. Bye bye, and I see you in another video. Bye.